Draw near, my beloved one, and let your heart settle. I have been with you always, through every season of your life. The quiet struggles, the hidden sorrows, the moments you felt utterly alone. I witnessed them all. Your quiet strength, your unwavering spirit through difficult times, has not gone unnoticed. I have watched you, and I find joy in the integrity you have shown. This very moment, our connection carries a divine purpose. You are now at the edge of a significant turning point, a time I have set aside for your advancement. Before you move forward, you need to grasp the meaning of this moment, the reason for this elevation. I will reveal deep insights to you, my cherished one, truths concerning your journey, your resilient spirit, and the quiet loyalty that has brought you here. These understandings are not for everyone. They are for those whose hearts are open to my voice, those I have chosen to hear this message now. Only those whose inner core connects with these words will stay. Remain here with me. What I am about to share is for you, if you are truly prepared to accept it. Know this, my child, your deep inner fortitude, your persistent spirit, I have seen intimately. I, your God, value you highly. Your presence here is significant. Yet even more so is the genuine self you guarded through every challenge that tried to lessen you. This is more than gentle comfort, my beloved. This is a deep truth meant only for you. You are beginning a distinct phase of significant transformation, a time of being lifted up. Before you ascend, clarity will arrive. Your presence in this moment holds a specific reason. I will explain the reasons for your elevation at this time, not as a reward, but as a recognition. A recognition of nights passed in sadness, yet still speaking belief, of difficulties faced with firm determination, of hard periods navigated with steady conviction. I am not merely leading you through, I am raising you above. Not every heart will feel drawn to stay with these words. This is how you will discern they are for you. Only those I call to this moment will feel a strong connection and stay focused. For those who remain, I will reveal a clear perspective, a sense of direction, and a profound understanding of their authentic nature within my being. These are not just simple words, my precious one. They are living statements, a direct echo from my heart showing your true essence. I invite you now to respond, not just with your mind, but with your entire being. If an inner certainty confirms these words, do not ignore that soft prompting. That inner sense serves as a sign, a direct connection between us. It is your inner self affirming, I am prepared. I am aligned with you. I embrace this advancement not from arrogance, but with a spirit of humility, thankful for your purpose. And to every soul who offers their devotion, their confidence, their faith in response, I am attentive. You do not speak to emptiness. I observe you. You are not walking this way alone. Stay near these statements. They hold what I have already started within you. As you absorb them, new understanding will surface. More distinct clarity will appear. A fresh direction will become clear within your spirit. I have noted your faithfulness, my cherished one, especially during times when things were unclear. There is a kind of loyalty the world does not see, happening in private times, away from public view. My beloved, you have followed this path. I witnessed your loyalty, not when conditions were simple or obvious, but when you felt lost, solitary, surrounded by unanswered questions. You agreed to move forward when everything was unsure. You pressed on even when the way ahead was hidden. You looked for no praise or recognition from others. You simply listened to a quiet inner prompting, and I observed it closely. Your persistence is remarkable, not for following me when logic was clear, but for remaining true when understanding was missing. No precise plan was given. No loud declaration from above, no visible signs, no outside confirmation. Often your only direction came from a deep inner knowing of what was necessary, coupled with a soft, recognizable whisper from my spirit saying, "Proceed." And you did. You answered a call others could not perceive. That is who you are, quietly building, staying loyal through uncertainty. You were involved in a hidden effort, without external proof. Others may have questioned you, but devotion is not dependent on human understanding. It is about alignment with me. Remember the times when an easier path seemed appealing, the moments when giving up seemed the only sensible choice, when your requests felt unanswered and you felt deeply alone. There were mornings you got up, not by your own strength, but because you would not abandon the one who called you. And then, even your weakness was a dedication to me. Even your hesitation demonstrated profound reverence for me. Those around you might have thought you were sure, that you held absolute certainty. However, they were unaware of the tears you shed in solitude, the inner conflict between conviction and apprehension. They did not perceive the soft queries you posed to me, "Are you certain?" Nor did they grasp how near you were to faltering. Yet I observed it all, my child, and hold it in profound regard. You did not act for others, you simply persisted. The world praises what can be seen, but I treasure a heart given over to me. Faithfulness in unseen times asks for more than just effort. It requires deep dependence on me. You did not follow a set method. You did not look for exact answers. You held firmly to my presence. You did not require me to reveal every specific detail. Your sole requirement was the awareness of my presence beside you. And once you understood that, it was enough. Your agreement to journey was not based on personal gain. It was built on your connection with me. I know this path was not easy. Perhaps those closest to you did not grasp it. Perhaps even your own family voiced concerns. You let go of things, opportunities, ease, maybe even connections with others. You offered sacrifices which no other person will ever completely grasp. Yet you stayed true regardless. You took great steps, not knowing the outcome, certain only that I had summoned you for this particular season. That is not by chance. That is the way I laid out for you. And you have walked it. Let this be absolutely clear. This rising you are now beginning is not random. It is not without reason. It is the direct outcome of your quiet faithfulness. It comes from what was achieved in stillness. Soon others will see what we established in private moments, and it will surprise them. But you know this was not sudden. It grew from your consistent dedication. Now, a way opens. Fresh possibilities appear. I am releasing what I kept until you were prepared, not just in outward appearance, but deep within your spirit, in how you stood before me, in your devoted heart. You did not force this forward. You did not attempt to direct the course of things, my child. You did not rush to gain favor. You waited with a quiet heart. You trusted fully in me. You allowed my influence to refine you. And now, I tell you, you have walked this path well, my precious child. Your journey upward is not just a simple climb. It is a profound declaration, a truth resounding throughout all spiritual spaces, affirming, "This spirit belongs to me." You walked alongside me, not for what you hoped to receive, but from a deep respect. Not for simple ease, but because of our connection. Therefore, my cherished child, do not be surprised when your circumstances begin to shift. As blessings appear in forms you could not foresee, as your capacity to encourage others expands, and your influence becomes more apparent. This unfolding is not accidental. It comes directly from your steady spirit. My beloved one, Remember those periods when your true strength was not measured by visible accomplishments, but simply by holding firm. The dark days felt endless. The silent dawns felt as if my presence had departed from you. You cried out, seeking clear understanding, guidance, even the slightest indication. Yet my voice seemed silent. At times you gazed into the silence, asking, "Where have you gone?" When the stillness appeared to silence my promises, and only your heartfelt requests echoed back. Still, you did not wander. You remained steadfast. My child, your reliance was forged not by observing marvels, but through enduring periods of doubt. It was not forged by sudden insights, but during the silent moments of patient expectation. You were not merely sustained by belief. You held on with just a gentle whisper of my guidance and a deep inner knowing that assured you, even if I seem far off, I am still here. Consider those who persevered through hardship, after long stretches of difficulty, of struggle, of delay. They had no special calling, no promise of victory, only a deep conviction that a pure connection would be enough. That defining moment did not come from clear advantage. It arose from unwavering faith. That, my precious one, is your experience. You watched others receive what you still sought. You celebrated their good fortune while your own hopes felt unfulfilled. You offered a smile despite your sorrow and showed loyalty through your pain. You continued to be present even when nothing around you changed. While others found obvious signs, you were tested in quiet. But you did not give in, you did not turn back. You did not abandon me in bitterness. Instead, you declared, "Even if all is lost, I will yet anchor my expectation in you." Anyone can voice devotion when answers are clear. Anyone can hold conviction when possibilities are evident. Yet, it demands a far more profound trust to raise your spirit in the shadows and proclaim, "Even here, at this very moment, you remain good." And that, my beloved child, is what sets you apart. That is why you are chosen. You did not serve me for the benefits you might gain. You served me from the communion we share. You did not pray to force specific outcomes. You prayed to deepen our bond. You had no need to feel my closeness to stay true to me, because your reliance was not built on fleeting feelings. It was rooted in profound understanding. Every instance you consulted the holy texts when your inner self felt parched, I observed. Whenever you quietly whispered, "My conviction ensures," amidst your tears, I listened. Every time you entered a gathering questioning if I even noticed you, yet still offered praise, I delighted. You kept your heart open through a challenging period. You remained receptive during a time that aimed to make you unyielding. You confided even when trust felt like sorrow. And now, my beloved, I reveal a truth you must comprehend. The stillness was not proof of my absence. It demonstrated the development of your internal fortitude. I was not overlooking you. I was placing my trust in you, refining you, guiding your development. Because you could maintain composure in quietness, you will be equipped to bear my radiance when circumstances become visible. If you could maintain your resolve when unseen, you will not falter when everyone watches. If you could express deep devotion in obscurity, you would not be overwhelmed by recognition. The quiet was not a penalty. It was a strengthening. You were not forsaken. You were being made firm. And now that this process is nearly complete, the unseen world is ready to speak once more, with clarity and power. Prepare yourself, my precious one. I am ready to respond with unmistakable favor. Events will unfold that will cause others to marvel. Opportunities will appear that you did not seek. Paths will open without your striving. The season of quiet that proved you is now destined to be the groundwork for your most undeniable and visible impact. Now, my cherished child, let us reflect on upholding your honesty when society promotes concession. In a time where anything revered is dismissed, where giving in is seen as normal, and living with unwavering moral strength is regarded as outdated or overly strict, you made a choice few had the courage for. You chose the demanding path. When the world declared, "Lower your standards," you heeded the gentle prompting that affirmed, "Remain distinct, for my nature is distinct." You did more than just perceive the summons. You responded with action. You possessed abundant opportunities to forsake your convictions. You could have obscured your uniqueness, justified your decisions, and silenced your internal certainty to conform with others. You might have pursued validation, displayed an untrue representation of yourself, or exchanged your genuine self for public attention. But you did not. Your stance rested on what was right, not on its ease. While the world applauded what seemed like freedom but was decline, you understood its true nature: servitude, simply appearing in another form. You faced temptation, yes. You endured strain. You heard that your guiding truths were considered extreme, your ideals too firm, straightforward, or even impossible. Yet what others scorned as extreme, I deemed holy. You preserved the purity within you, not for the eyes of others, but so that you might perceive with clarity, discern through deception, behold my presence even when temptations clouded your vision. Inner integrity, my beloved child, is not merely about what you refuse. It is about what you protect. You were not solely guarding your outward actions. You were protecting your core being, your mental processes, your purposes, your internal radiance. While others pursued temporary admiration, you remained hidden. When others dallied with concession, you withdrew. And when inappropriate desires, whether for satisfaction, standing, or influence, sought your attention, you did not engage them. You closed the entrance, secured it, and affixed a declaration upon it stating, "This space is dedicated." Your self-restraint was not a sign of weakness. It was proof of your strength. My child, each moment you turned from self-serving impulses, you confirmed your loyalty to me. When you quietly chose what was right, even without witnesses, the spiritual realm acknowledged your commitment to my purpose for you. Your quiet strength, shown without anyone watching or praising, was a true triumph. You turned away from paths that might have led you astray, honoring the bond we share. Your commitment to what is right came not from ease, but from knowing you are set apart for my purposes. Even when you encountered unjust criticism and constraints, my beloved, I directed your path forward at the perfect time. Your honest conduct did not eliminate challenges, yet it readied you for a position of impact. This is exactly what I am bringing forth within you. Understand this clearly. My favor does not depend on how others see you. I elevate individuals based on the genuine truth of their inner being. While skill might open a door, only steadfast devotion keeps you there. This is why you are being raised up now, not just for what you can do, but for the purity of your spirit. You have shown your readiness for greater responsibilities because you never gave up your beliefs for acceptance. You did not trade your life's deeper purpose for fleeting recognition. You remained true even when no one was observing. And now, I am about to openly acknowledge you, the one whose life reflects honesty and whose spirit remains clear. That is you, my child. You followed the correct path, even when it was hard. You held firmly to your principles. You did not waver. And now the integrity you protected in private is opening public doors for you. I am seeking those whose commitments are firm and whose hearts are sincere in this time. Not merely those with worldly power, but those with complete honesty. I am placing individuals in roles of leadership who will not be swayed by personal gain, who will not chase popular trends or allow status to alter their true calling. You have demonstrated that you can represent me honorably, that you can rise without losing your reverence, and that you can flourish without falling into darkness. My child, the blessings I am bringing are not just grand. They possess a unique depth of goodness. They are not simply for outward show. They hold greater meaning because I perceive the truth within you. I know you will cherish me, the source of all good things, more than the gifts I bestow. You maintained a pure heart, not to impress others, but from respect for me. And now, my endless supply is prepared to flow into you without measure. My beloved, you held fast to what is right, even when circumstances threatened to overwhelm you. I was not merely watching, I was actively responding. You offered kindness to others, even when your own heart was aching for it. My precious child, there were moments when every impulse urged you to retreat, when your spirit felt drained, your resilience was tested, and your silent pleas seemed to go unnoticed. Yet, even in those times of inner depletion, you still showed compassion to others. You offered support when you longed for it yourself. You spoke words of reassurance when your own heart was heavy. That originated not solely from your personal exertion. It was my strength operating within you. I witnessed the nights you cried until slumber found you, only to awaken and intercede for the struggles of others. I saw you struggle through days when others leaned on you heavily. They saw a calm face, but I witnessed the deep resolve behind it. They were unaware of the cost you bore to uplift them, the silent devotion behind your words of cheer, the weariness you concealed. But I knew. I saw everything, and I never forgot. Your deeds were not for outward display or in anticipation of reward. Your affection wasn't given out of convenience. You loved because it mirrors my own being, and you reflected that truth. Such a heart resonates deeply with my spirit. You did not simply share from your abundance, you gave from a place of love for me. Even when your own resources were scarce, you still extended yourself. That is not just routine, that is profound dedication. You gave when you might have held back. You brought comfort to others even while awaiting your own comfort. You became a source of life for others even when you felt empty inside. And while the world celebrates what is visible and audible, I rejoiced in your quiet faithfulness, your unspoken petitions for others, your concealed acts of generosity, the tender words you offered that made a difference without seeking recognition. You weren't seeking applause. You were simply expressing who you truly are. Sometimes all you had left was a quiet plea, a simple inquiry of concern, a gentle look, and you still offered it. That was not weakness. That was an invisible strength. That was my spirit moving through you, my beloved one. And now, the time for receiving has arrived. My beloved child, you have stayed with me until this moment, and I have seen the deep understanding that stirs within your heart. As one whose quiet devotion has brought you to this turning point, you know the profound value of what has been shared between us. Now I call you to carry this truth not just in your mind, but as a living foundation for your spirit. Let this message resonate again within you, solidifying the path I have set before you. You are chosen for a sacred assignment, my precious child. Imagine the peace that comes when you stand firm in this truth, the clarity that guides your every step, and the joy you bring to others by simply reflecting my nature. For those who are lost, who search for the light you have found, I ask you to share this message with those who need to hear. Your voice, joined with mine, can guide them. You are not alone in this sacred work. Join my faithful remnant, those whose hearts beat in rhythm with mine, and who walk this journey with integrity. Return, my cherished one, for deeper understanding. I have more to reveal, more wisdom to impart, as you continue to seek my face. Until then, go forth in my favor. My presence surrounds you. My peace guards your spirit, and my love lights your way. You are cherished, always.
Claim your abundance today. Scan the QR or see the pinned comment. God bless you.